Welcome to the 2026 College of Alameda commencement. Please stand as the processional enters the stadium. Are the Peralta Board of Trustees and Chancellor Gilkerson. Following are our College of Alameda administrators and faculty. Entering the stadium, the 2026 College of Alameda graduates. Honored guests, trustees, Chancellor, President Dixon, distinguished faculty, classified professionals, family, and friends of the graduates, welcome. My name is Dr. Mildred Lewis, and I'm privileged to serve as the College of Alameda's Vice President of Student Services. It's a joy to welcome you all today. We are also proud of all of our graduates' hard work, and we're grateful for the families and friends who helped them reach this incredible milestone. Welcome to the celebration. Please stand for the national anthem.
Oh, stay, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great. At this time, please join me in welcoming College of Alameda President Melanie Dixon.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, and loved ones, faculty, classified professionals, administrators, our chancellor, board of trustees, and the Alameda community. Today, we gather on this beautiful occasion, not simply to celebrate diplomas and degrees, but to celebrate possibility, resilience, and transformation. I'd like to take a moment to extend our honor to the Ohlone people for being great caretakers of our land and our veterans for their service and contributions to the Alameda community. We thank you. Class of 2026, it is your time. Yes. Yes, and to fully honor your journeys, we must first recognize those that made today possible. Graduates, will you please stand up and turn around and give a huge round of applause to your families, your loved ones, your friends, here to celebrate your great accomplishments. On behalf of the COA community, we express our deep gratitude to the families and loved ones for the continued support. Now, graduates, I ask you to turn around, stay standing, and give a round of applause for your esteemed faculty, classified professionals, our administrators that help guide you along your academic journey with care and extensive expertise. We cannot thank them enough for their service to community and the graduating class of 2026. Please take your seats. The theme that guides us this afternoon could not be more fitting. The world is ours. Now let me be clear. This is not a statement of entitlement. It is about responsibility. It is about recognizing that you have the power, talent, education, and voice to shape the future of our communities, our democracy, and our world. And if I know one thing for sure about COA graduates, it is this: Cougars don't wait for permission to lead. That's right. Yeah. We adapt, we persevere, we move forward with courage and intention. This graduating class represents the very best of College of Alameda and the communities we serve. This year we have over 320 graduates earning more than 609 degrees and certificates across disciplines ranging from transfer studies to liberal arts, aviation maintenance, business, apparel design and merchandising, psychology, STEM majors, and beyond. Yes. More than half of our graduating class earned the highest honors of distinction. Providing excellence thrives right here on our campus. Let's take a special moment to recognize our Alameda Science and Technology Institute students that are participating in our co-enrollment program. Let's give them a round of applause. To earn credit while simultaneously navigating high school responsibilities is no small feat. You all have demonstrated extraordinary maturity, discipline, and vision for your future. We are incredibly proud of you. Graduates, today also represents something deeper for many of you. It represents a point of transition. For some, this moment marks the entrance into adulthood, into greater independence, into careers, universities, and civic responsibility. And with that transition comes an important truth. Your voice matters. At College of Alameda, we believe in education is not just about preparing students for employment. It's about also preparing students for engagement, for service, for leadership, for participation in life, in the life of your community. This means volunteering. This means showing compassion. This means lifting others as you climb. And yes, it also means voting. Now let me say something clearly to every graduate here today. Your vote truly is your voice. It doesn't matter how you cast your vote. That is your right and your personal decision, but your obligation as an educated citizen is to exercise your voice. Too many people sacrificed through marching, organizing, struggling, and fought for generations so we all could participate in this thing we call democracy. We honor that legacy, not by remaining silent, but by showing up. And Cougars never shy away from using their voices. We speak up for our families, we speak up for our communities, we speak up for equity, justice, opportunity, and humanity. We do not need to wait until you feel powerful enough to make a difference. Your presence matters right now. Your perspective matters right now. Your participation matters more than ever right now. The world belongs to those who are willing to engage with it. That is why the world is ours. Not because it was handed to us, but because we are prepared to contribute to it. As your president, I want you to know how incredibly proud I am of what you have accomplished. And I speak for our faculty, our classified professionals, and administrators as well. Over the years, we have watched you in this community demonstrate resilience through challenge, compassion through uncertainty, and hope during moments that have tested us all. Graduates, today is not the conclusion of your story. It is simply the beginning of your next chapter. Some of you will transfer to universities. Some of you will enter careers immediately. Some of you will even launch businesses. Some of you will continue to discover your purpose. But whatever life takes you, and remember this, you will always have a home here at College of Alameda because Cougars always return to their den. They return to mentor, inspire. They returned to remind future students that success is possible. Class of 2026, the world is waiting for your leadership, your passion, your brilliance, and your voice. Go forward boldly, serve your communities, participate fully, lead courageously, and never forget, the world is yours.
At this time, please join me in welcoming Dr. Camille Gilkerson, Chancellor of the Peralta Community College District.
Good afternoon, President Dixon, the faculty and staff of College of Alameda, family, friends, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2026. I'm pleased to be here on behalf of the Peralta Community College District Board of Trustees. Please allow me the honor of introducing Board President Louis Quinlan, Trustee Cindy Napoli Abella Reese, and Trustee Shawit Johannes. As President Dixon said, today we celebrate the College of Alameda Class of 2026 theme chosen by our students that feels both bold and timely. The world is ours. And honestly, I gotta tell you, right, what a complicated moment to say those words out loud. Because many of us look at the world right now and see uncertainty, division, conflict, rapid change. A world that at times feels louder, faster, and more polarized than ever before. It can be easy, I know I feel it sometimes, to be overwhelmed by it all. But this afternoon, I want to offer a different perspective. Thinking about being on this special island, I once read about how sailors navigate through storms at sea. Experienced navigators do not obsess over every crashing wave around them. They focus on maintaining their bearings, their steadiness, their direction. Because panic does not guide people through storms, steadiness does. And I think there is wisdom in that for all of us right now. The world does not need more fear or cynicism. It needs grounded people, thoughtful people, ethical people. People of staying steady enough to think clearly, care deeply, and act intentionally, even when the world around them feels uncertain. That is what education should help prepare us to do. Not simply earn a living, but learning how to navigate complexity without losing ourselves. And when I look at the graduates of College of Alameda, I see people already doing that. I see veterans returning to education with purpose, students balancing work, caregiving, and school, future healthcare workers, educators, artists, engineers, entrepreneurs, public servants, and community leaders. People who understand resilience is not a slogan, but a lived experience. And I think the theme, "The world is ours," is not really about ownership. It is about responsibility. It's about recognizing that the future is not something simply to happen to us. It is something we shape through our choices, our values, and how we show up for one another. Graduates, you will enter spaces where people may not always agree with you. You will encounter uncertainty, tension, and moments where cynicism feels easier than hope. Resist that. Stay curious, stay compassionate, stay open enough to learn, and steady enough not to lose your humanity in the noise. Because the people who ultimately change the world are rarely the loudest people in the room. They are often the steadiest. They are the people who continue building, continue listening, continue helping, continue believing that progress is still possible, even in difficult times. And that is why I have so much hope when I look at all of you today. The world you may inherit may be complicated, but you are not powerless within it. You have knowledge, you have voice, you have lived experience, you have the ability to create impact far beyond what you may realize today. So as you leave College of Alameda, carry this with you. There is strength in steadiness, there is power in compassion, and there is profound impact in the people who continue choosing humanity even when it is difficult. Graduates, the world is not simply something you enter, it is something you help shape, and frankly, today, I believe it is in very good hands. Congratulations, College of Alameda, class of 2026. We are incredibly proud of you.
Thank you, Chancellor Gilkerson. Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Fowler, President of the Academic Senate of College of Alameda.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, friends, guests, and members of the College of Alameda community. As President of the College of Alameda Academic Senate, it is my honor to congratulate the class of 2026. Today, we celebrate more than just degrees and certificates. We celebrate perseverance. We celebrate growth. We celebrate the extraordinary potential in each of you. This year's graduation theme, "The World is Ours," is more than just a statement. It's an invitation to imagine the possibilities that await you. The world is ours when we approach it with curiosity, courage, and compassion. The world is ours when we use our knowledge to build successful careers and make our communities stronger. The world is ours when we recognize that our differences are sources of strength and that our voice matters. Graduates, the education you received here at College of Alameda has prepared you to think critically, communicate effectively, and lead with integrity. As you leave this campus and step into your next chapter, remember this: your future is not something that happens to you. It is something you create. Dream boldly, serve generously, and never underestimate the impact you have on others. On behalf of our faculty, thank you for letting us be a part of your academic journey. Watching your growth, resilience, and accomplishments is one of the greatest rewards in our work as educators. Congratulations, class of 2026. The world is yours, and we cannot wait to see what you do with it. Thank you.
Thank you, President Fowler. Please join me in welcoming Angela Kimball, President of the Classified Senate of College of Alameda.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, class of 2026. To our families, to our classified professionals, our distinguished guests, and to the College of Alameda community, welcome. My name is Angela Kimball, and I proudly serve as the president of the Classified Professional Senate. Now, some of you may be wondering, what exactly is classified professionals? Don't worry, you're not going to be tested on that today. Think of us as the people behind the scenes who help make your journey possible before you even step into the classroom. You have financial aid, admissions and records, the Welcome Center, EOPS, CalWorks, counseling support, and so many others. We're the people who answered your emails, fixed your schedules, calmed your panic, and occasionally said, "Did you check your student portal?" For the 100th time. Today, I'm here to personally congratulate not only you graduates, but also your families right there in the back. If y'all can wave to our lovely graduates. Also your children, your friends, and your support systems, because trust me, nobody earns a degree alone. Somebody here helped with late night encouragement, childcare, ride to campus, emotional support, or at the very least, listen to your complaint about Canvas and deadlines. Graduates, I'm here to tell you that you did it. You made it through exams, long nights, life challenges, group projects with that one person who may have disappeared in the middle of the project, and somehow survived discussion posts that ask you to reply to not one, but two classmates by midnight. And now, here you are. Before I conclude, I want to leave you with this. Wherever fate takes you after today, remember that the world is your canvas. It is yours to paint, to write, design, and create as you please. There will be adversities, we know that, and perhaps some more difficult than any you have ever faced before. But opportunities will come as well. Every challenge, every success, every setbacks, and every victory will shape you into the person that you are becoming. So walk confidently into your future. Take chances, dream bigger than you think you should, be kind to people, and please answer your emails on time now that you're graduates. One day, years from now, I hope to see you back here, maybe as a community leader, maybe a business owner, educator, parent, mentor, or even someone like me who's a future or is an employee of this very institution, just to say hello and share stories of your success. Because I truly have no doubt that each and every one of you is capable of achieving greatness. Class of 2026, I wish you nothing but success, happiness, and fulfillment in the journey ahead. Enjoy celebrating this incredible milestone with your families, significant others, and friends. You earned this moment. And on behalf of the classified professionals, congratulations.
Thank you, President Kimball. Please join me in welcoming President of the College of Alameda Associated Students, President Samuel Reingout.
Good afternoon. During my time at the College of Alameda, I'll never forget standing outside an empty room before a student government meeting, staring at the chairs and wondering, what if nobody shows up? But then, one by one, people walk in. Within 15 minutes, the room was packed, and we were debating things that mattered. That's what building something actually looks like. It starts with just one person deciding to show up. Our theme today is The World is Ours, but let's be honest, the world rarely feels like it belongs to community college students. A lot of us got here because the first plan didn't work out, or because we had to start somewhere practical and figure out life as we went. But I've learned that the world is ours doesn't mean it was handed to us on a silver platter. It means we built it together. Think about who showed up for you along the way. The classmate who texted you a study guide, or the family members who watched the kids so you could get homework done. As your student body president, I saw that same spirit everywhere, in students turning tiny clubs into vibrant communities and arguing over budgets just to leave this campus better for the next class. That's the skill that transfers. Not just to a university or a job, but to everything that comes after this. If you can build it here on a shoestring budget while managing real life, you can build anywhere. Don't forget who showed up for you. Now it's your turn to do that for someone else. To the class of 2026, we built this together, and we leave here knowing how to build. Let's go make the world ours. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Student Body President Reingout. Now please join me in welcoming our College of Alameda salutatorian, Perry Green III.
To anyone who has ever had a dream and thought your dream wouldn't or couldn't come true, I am here to tell you that this is what believing looks like. This is what striving looks like. And don't you ever give up on you. Cheryl Lee Ralph said that at the 2022 Emmys. And when I heard it, I just stopped because I knew exactly what she meant. I'm not supposed to be standing here. When I first enrolled at the College of Alameda, the goal was simple: boost my GPA, transfer, move on. I wasn't thinking about earning a degree. I wasn't thinking about being your salutatorian. There were moments, obstacles, and whole seasons of doubt that made me believe that I couldn't. The path was not easy. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. But I'll tell you this, if it weren't for the lowest moments, the joy of today would not be so special. I went from relearning basic math to earning an A in statistics. We are graduating into a complicated world. 27 active global conflicts, entire sectors of our economy threatened by artificial intelligence, the end of the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and a growing chorus of voices saying that education doesn't matter anymore. I want to push back on that. With the evidence of every single graduate here, we matter, this moment matters, education matters. College of Alameda didn't just give me classes that boost my GPA. It gave me people who saw me. Nadisha in Student Accessibility Services, when I first enrolled and was ready to drop that basic math class and walk away, she talked me off that ledge. She made sure that I had the accommodations I needed to thrive. That meant everything. Rhonda Johnson in EOPS, we met on my son Jordan's very first day of childcare. She has been a steady and calming presence ever since. And Marvin Thompson in the Umoja program. Marvin, who advocated for me, opened doors for me, and believed in my potential. And then there are my college access super friends in the audience, Bere, Jaleesa, and Maida. These three do the work every day for high school students in Oakland, and they turned around and did it for me too. On my 40th birthday, in my living room, they pushed me to apply to the University of California. They sat with my applications. They didn't let me shrink. I am so deeply grateful for you all. To my rock and foundation for the last 15 years, Christine, my partner, my person. You and Jordan are the reason I kept showing up, even when showing up was the hardest thing. Shout outs to the Lee family in the audience. Thank you, and I love you all. I stand here knowing that I don't take a single step without feeling my ancestors with me and knowing that something greater than me has had a hand in this. Graduates, look at who's here. People who weren't supposed to make it, according to someone, somewhere, at some point. Parents who wrote papers after their kids went to sleep. First-generation students figuring it out without a blueprint. People who started over, who were told they were too late, too much, or not just enough. Our theme, though, is the world is ours, and I want you to hold on to that. Not like a slogan, but something that you've earned the right to say out loud today. The world does not belong to people who got it right the first time. It belongs to the ones stubborn enough, resilient enough to come back. Class of 2026, don't you ever, ever give up on yourselves. Congratulations, the world is ours.
Now please join me in welcoming our College of Alameda valedictorian, Mukmin Abu Zaid.
Excuse me while I pull up my speech. Before I start, I do want to acknowledge that I did purposely avoid public speaking class a couple semesters ago. Now I'm here. Yep. Good afternoon, families, friends, staff, administrators, and faculty. As this day has gone on, I have seen a lot of faces present today that have consistently worked hard to keep this college functioning in the best interest of its student body. And from that student body are the people we are here to celebrate today, College of Alameda's amazing class of 2026. Thank you all for being here today. My fellow graduates, you have put in the work, shown a high level of commitment and excellence to be here today. All the challenges and curveballs life has thrown at you in and out of school, you handled that. Not only did you handle those challenges, you've also grown as individuals and discovered yourselves in your time here at College of Alameda. I want to take a moment to let everyone think back to their first day on campus. Think about who you were, what your beliefs were, what your goals were. Were you also panicking about finding the science annex? Think back to back then, who you were and who you are now. I venture to guess that everyone here has experienced some change within themselves. And that change is called growth. Commend yourselves for that growth. You did that. Many of us work part-time and full-time jobs, dealt with adverse situations that no one would know about if we didn't speak about it. Many of us have major responsibilities that we have juggled alongside academics. We are parents, immigrants, reentry students, soon-to-be transfers, cultured, diverse, and amazing in many, many ways. And in our diversity and common ground, we have shared some great times together as well. You might have been someone who was heading to class one day, only to be met by an entire fashion show being held in the H building. You might have been someone in that fashion show, displaying and showing off amazing pieces. You might have been someone who made study groups with their fellow classmates and held study sessions together that did not consist of much studying, but was worth it nonetheless. It may sound cliche, but we've truly been a community here at Community College. And the moments we share together have been the times that make this journey worth it. I want to end my speech by reminding you all that through this journey, you have proven you have persistence, self-motivation, and most importantly, you have shown that you know you are worth it. You know this because you prioritize yourselves by pursuing your education. So continue to prioritize yourselves, continue to learn, continue to lead, continue to fight when a fight is needed, because we know a fight is needed as we stand today, and continue to let compassion win. Continue to see yourselves, be yourselves. We all live in this world together. The world is ours. Thank you.
Thank you for an amazing valedictorian and salutatorian address. At this time, I would like to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, College of Alameda alum, and CEO of the Friends of the Alameda Animal Shelter, Adrian Albion.
Good afternoon. Can I get that one more time? Good afternoon. I just gotta set my dog right here. His name's Mestizo. Would you just join me in a second, just sinking into your body in time by first rubbing your hands like this? Now clap your lap like this. Now stomp your feet like this. We are here. Thank you so much for the honor of being your keynote speaker today. When I was told that my name, Adrian Albion, was put into the running to be a keynote speaker, I just thought that was an honor. And when I was called to say, hey, Adrian, would you do it? I said, absolutely. None other than a friend at UC Berkeley, when I transferred from College of Alameda, delivered the news. Her name's Angela Kimball, and you just heard from her. She's a classified Senate president. It was incredible because we met one another in a class called Law and Asian American Community, learning about things, these invisible forces that sometimes shape our lives and the path that we take. What is also invisible are the people we'll bring with us today. You heard about them a little bit, our ancestors, our loved ones in the crowd, but the invisible forces, as Dr. Maya Angelou said, walk with the people who brought you here. She said, come on, Grandma, let's keep going. I got a job interview. Come on, Mom. Come on, Auntie. Come on, Uncle. You're here with me. Invisible or tangible, you are here with me now. And so I call on all those people, all the ones who ever loved me, to celebrate you, just like they got me here. My mother and my youngest brother, Gabriel, are in the crowd right now. When I came here, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like your salutatorian, I was in remedial math, and my professor told me, hey, you can skip a couple of these. And then I got to Professor Vincent Wynn's class. And that professor told me, Adrian, you thought about being a math professor? I said, no. Well, then why are you so good at it? Because I work really hard and I live in the math lab to get good at it. And there's people who else called me to be who I am, more of who I am. As I learned that, some of those people aren't here today. It was my counselor, Mary Shaughnessy at the time, and EOPS. And she's passed on from this planet, but she encouraged me like no other. I can name a lot of people. I looked at the faculty list last night. There's a lot of folks. But if you know who I'm talking about, thank you for making the way. And I want to be honest about something. When I was sitting right where you are, actually I graduated in the gymnasium over there. I remember serving in student government as a communications director. And I wasn't sure if I could be student government material. In fact, student government folks approached me in a class I gave a speech in, and I told them no. I was working almost full-time coming here. I had a mission to get done. And then a dean called me to her office. And I didn't know what a dean was, because I'm a first-generation college student, graduate. Gosh, what did I do? I get over there, Dean Tony Cook says to me, Adrian, I've seen your application for that scholarship, and I can see you want to be an attorney. But I also see you love people, and I do. I love our ability to shape this world in such good. And sometimes we're capable of bad too. But in every breath we draw into our lungs, we are capable of more, of healing, of hope and trust. So when I really thought to myself, I don't know if I'm that material, I kept just showing up. I tried to show up as a student leader on one hand and sometimes keep life steady on the other. People didn't know I didn't know how to navigate FAFSA. They did not know that my family was struggling. They didn't know how much a graphing calculator or a backpack handed over to me and the EOPS counter, how much that changed my life. I wanted to be in tears for how much that meant to me, because things are expensive. with the tools that we need to make sure we can get our success, the AA, the transfer, the dental assistant degree, you name it. And those tools were given to me because others came before me. There was a structure that I got to walk into, an invisible one that was becoming more clear to me. A college path, a career path, a way to transfer, a way to achieve and to lift up my family more than they've ever been before. And I'm not alone, and people are coming after me. In the middle of that, Dean Tony Cook says to me, so that's student government folks who asked you to join. You're joining, by the way. And I heard that they're going to vote you in to be as their communications director. Oh, really? She says, by the way, we are putting on a reenactment of the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, and I want you to write that press release. Okay. So I wrote it, and I thought to myself, this could be really, really accurate, or it could be a very confident misunderstanding of history, but it ended up being quite great, at least with what I'm told. And I know you don't have to feel fully ready to carry the responsibility. You just have to be willing to care enough, to put your heart into it, to imagine those who might hear a message and actually be inspired, even if it's just one person that allows you to get out of bed when you just wanted to stay there under the covers. In College of Alameda, this beautifully diverse space, could you put your hand in the air like this? Look at that hand. How these are meant to build. The color that might define you sometimes. I was always told my hands were meant to build up people. And I took it further, to break down barriers and find out how we could be a light in any community that you are situated in. College of Alameda taught me a lot about proximity. As Ryan Stevens said, proximity brings you closer to the experience of others you may not understand. And in getting to know others, you might learn more about yourself. To be kind. Can you say kind? Kindness is more than just being nice or polite. It requires sacrifice, compassion, and not being recognized for extending kindness to those who least expect it. Kindness was extended to me. And the other thing I got here is learn more about my why. The author Simon Sinek talks about whenever you do something, you don't start with what you do, what you're trying to accomplish. You start with why and understanding what makes you get up in the morning, what makes you want to achieve that degree, what makes you want to see the light of the next day. Recently, I was going through some challenging things, and people in my life at least extended kindness to me. I'm going through it right now, just like anyone else might be. And I was so glad to wake up this morning knowing that I get to share this time with you. And I'm trying to be conscious of my time so I don't keep you too long. But a community is something special, and it's one that you created here, no matter how much or a little you did. You get to bring it with you. We have parents sitting next to first-time college students, graduate students. We have full-time workers sitting next to career changers. We have students returning after decades sitting next to students just beginning their journey. And somehow at College Alameda, all those paths met. All those lives touched one another. Whether you're just jumping your car or using your AC transit pass to get where you need to go. Today, somehow, I get to serve as the CEO of the Friends of the Alameda Animal Shelter. And I bring this pet here because I couldn't bring a live one today. But sometimes when you run out of words, and in your darkest moments, in those quiet spaces, sometimes animals, our furry, feathered, or scaled friends, or sometimes a human companion sitting in a room not saying a word, speak fathoms into your life. They speak in ways we never knew how to utter in words, and they bring you a peace that sometimes is so hard to explain. So I'm lucky that I get to do this. And sometimes people ask me, they've asked me now, what do animals, because I used to obviously work with animals now, what do seniors, I used to work at Meals on Wheels, and what do students have in common? And the answer is pretty simple. It's everything. Because in every one of those spaces, I've learned this, that kindness is not a personality trait. It's a practice. It's a muscle. It's a discipline. And personal conviction to cultivate it. It's not about volume. It's about consistency. How do I show up every day for it? And that's a challenge now. You got to this moment. And I'm not great at celebrating those achievements in my life. So that's why I started by saying, let's sink into our bodies and recognize the achievement we have today. I've also started to learn more and more about leadership is not about distance. It's about your proximity that we profess to lead, the people and the team members that make this possible, the sound system folks, Professor Glenn Pearson over there on the piano. He taught me about what syncopation is for somebody who can't sing, but I bet I can karaoke. It speaks to my Mexipino roots, where my parents come and turning grapevines in Delano, California, to come in the Bay Area to say, how is we make a life here that might be safer, might be brighter for my children? Someone talked about resilience earlier. It was our president, Melanie Dixon. Resilience that allows you to say, I've taken this day, I've celebrated my time, and there might be struggles that might shake me to my core. But again, in those quiet moments and in special times like these, something remains with you. Did you walk with those who got you here today? Did you call on them? The quiet voice that might exist in you. Those who lift you up, those who open doors, and for the person who didn't get here with someone by you, you will find someone. You will find someone who will come shoulder to shoulder with you. And I encourage you to reach out, because in the darkest moments, it feels like there's no one around you. But look to your left. I mean it, look to your left. And look to your right. These are people you want to be in proximity with, so take the time to get to know them. Really know them. And exercise kindness. I want to leave you with this. You are and were already someone's reason to believe that things could be better. And now it's your turn. As you rise, turn around and make sure someone else does too. As you fly, make sure that someone's not falling right next to you. Reach out to them. And as you think about taking the next breath or the next step wherever you may go, I ask you remember the moments like these so they carry you when it seems difficult to carry on. I may edit this that the world may be ours, but it's not yours. It requires community, and we are social animals. I can't underscore it enough. Get to know your neighbor. Don't leave them behind. Bring them with you. And yes, the world will be that, ours. To the class of 2026, thank you for the honor and privilege it is to ring some kind of truth in your life as you get to turn your tassel soon. Shape the world and know that you have arrived and you are ready. Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian, for an inspirational address to the class of 2026. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of degrees and certificates. To ensure every graduate gets their well-deserved moment in the spotlight, please keep the noise down so every name can be heard loud and clear. Once you've crossed the stage, please head back to your seat so we can finish celebrating together. Candidates for degrees and certificates, it's your time. Please rise. Please welcome Vice President of Instruction, Dr. Nicole Porter, alongside with President Dixon.
Abu Zaid, major in liberal arts, social and behavioral science. Perry William Green III, major in liberal arts, social and behavior sciences, Cal Getzy, research skills, transferring to UC Santa Cruz with high honors.
Faith Williams, major in AA art degree.
Eric Dean Boykin III, AS in sociology, psychology, transferring to Cal State East Bay with high honors, Phi Kappa.
Muqaddas Akram, majoring in sociology, psychology, and legal studies.
Amber White, majoring in psychology with high honors, liberal arts, arts and humanities, liberal arts, social behavior, transferring to UC Berkeley.
Megan Hedges, majoring in sociology, psychology with high honors, Phi Beta Kappa.
Ronaldo Aguilar, majoring in diesel mechanics.
Cristian Becerra Hernández, diesel mechanics.
Brenda Luz Damian Blanco, AS in Business Administration, Liberal Arts, Social Behavior Sciences, transferring to UC Santa Cruz.
Khalud Khaled Hassan Basket, Liberal Arts and Humanities for transfer.
Hannah Brunetti, major anthropology with high honors.
Nasir Kidas, associate's degree for transfer, diesel mechanics, majoring in liberal arts, natural science with high honors.
Elissa Kazinza Snowden, auto pay and auto body, graduating with high honors.
Cassia Anderson, associate diesel mechanics.
Chanel Meredith, graduating with Sociology, Certificate of Achievement, CSUG, and graduating with high honors.
Jamie Kahn, associate degree for transfer, sociology, high honors, transferring to UC or Cal State.
Leandra O'Neill, graduating with business entrepreneurship and transferring to real big life goals.
Zian Yan, associate degree for transfer, mathematics, high honors.
Daniel Flores, graduating with psychology, sociology, liberal arts, and arts and humanity, liberal arts, social behavior with high honors.
Elisa Flores, associate in psychology, sociology, major in liberal arts and humanities, high honors.
Ali Ahmad Ameri, graduating with mathematics, economics, Cal Getzi, transferring to San Jose State University.
Rishab Yakolevi, associate in mathematics, economics, IGETSI, high honors, transferring to San Jose State University.
Tanea Patton, graduating with liberal arts, political science, Cal Getzi, transferring to SF State.
Ajanique Watts, associate in psychology, with transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Candice Bautista Moore, graduating with kinesiology, athletic training aid, with high honors, transferring to Adams State University.
Naomi Fernandez Maldonado, associates of transfer in psychology, Phi Theta Kappa, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Jesse Losares de Fernandez, graduating with auto body, auto paint, with high honors.
Nitra Kumar Dingra, liberal arts natural science, liberal arts social behavioral science, IGETSI, high honors.
Cameron Scipio Smith, graduating with natural science and liberal arts, transferring to Gurkhan Academy for radiology.
Melissa Hernandez, associate in social and behavioral science.
Jacqueline Machado, graduating with psychology, liberal arts, transferring to California State Dominguez Hills.
Roger Ramirez, diesel mechanic.
Christian Jones, graduating with major in diesel mechanics.
Aguiles Hamitucci, diesel mechanics.
Smahid Filali, graduating with diesel mechanics.
Autumn Mahogany Hughes, certificate in communication, social science, behavioral science, high honors, transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Jasmine Grace Dicmitana Madrid, graduating with business administration, San Francisco State University, cum laude.
Rue Associate Liberal Arts, Natural Science.
Sierra White, graduating with sociology major with the highest honors, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Candy Peishan Hung, Associates Computer Information System.
Say it again. Sao Yu Lee, graduating with liberal arts emphasis in arts and humanities with high honors.
Olashun Olawami, Hospital and Management, high honors, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Sebastian Sigmund Oste, graduating with psychology with high honors.
Huda Stone Kayong Kao, Associate Natural Science. Asma Farhanda, Business Administration, Social and Behavioral Science, high honors.
Nicole Tam, graduating with natural science, liberal arts studies with high honors.
Alana Franco Vasquez, Associate Business, Liberal Arts, Social and Behavioral Science, high honors.
Jackie Kwan, graduating with liberal arts, social behavior sciences, kinesiology, athletic trainer, IGETSI with highest honors.
Daniel Yuma, IGETSI UCCSU, Liberal Arts, Social and Behavioral Science, high honors.
Bosco Wu, graduating with CalGETSI and with high honors.
Jonah Tan, Associates for Transfer Economics, IGETSI, transferring to Indiana University.
Darren Olson, graduating with IGETSI.
Brad Healy, Associates Political Science, Liberal Arts, Social Behavioral Science, high honors, UC San Diego.
Atalia Rodriguez Cordovano, graduating with liberal arts and natural sciences.
Joshua Gonzalez, Certificate in Liberal Arts, Cal State GETSI, high honors, transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Okay, go ahead. Jeffrey Warner, graduating with business administration, liberal arts, humanity, liberal arts, science, behavioral, and transferring to SF State University.
Dwayne Taylor III, Associate Liberal Arts, Social and Behavioral Science.
Ariana Schaefer, Kramer, graduating with the A in Liberal Arts Natural Sciences, IGETC, with highest honors, transferring to CSU East Bay.
Christopher Nguyen, Associates Biology, Associate Liberal Arts, Natural Science, high honors, transferring to UC Irvine.
Christopher Gerald Satera, graduating with Political Science, Liberal Arts, Social Behavior, with high honors, transferring to UCLA.
Robert J. Wesley, Associate in Arts, high honors, transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Aaliyah Tran, graduating with Business Accounting with high honors.
Dylan Lang, a Certificate Aviation Maintenance Technology, Airframe Technician.
Yimi Nguyen Dow, graduating with Human Sciences, Liberal Arts, transferring to Cornell University.
Olivia Springfield, Associate Psychology, high honors.
Soraya Gala, transferring with Mathematics and Entrepreneurship.
Harold Huynh, Associate in Math, high honors.
Wilson Zhao, graduating with Mathematics, Natural Science, and Social Behavior Sciences with highest honors.
Rowan Brian Sarno, Associate Political Science, high honors.
Trevor Jane, graduating with Mathematics and highest honors.
Maximilian Takayama, Associate in Psychology, Sociology, Liberal Arts, Social and Behavioral Science, highest honors.
Khalid McCoy, graduating with Mathematics and highest honors.
Ilis Linzo, Associate in Psychology, Social and Liberal Arts, high honors, IGETC.
Kiana Randalls, graduating with Athletic Trainer and IGETC.
Certificate in History or Associate? Jacob Conrad Davis, Associates of Transfer History, Liberal Arts, History, Humanities.
Daisy Ramirez, graduating with Business Administration.
Elizabeth Matugi, Associate Business Administration, transferring to Texas Southern University.
Deilani Johnson, graduating with English, Calgetsi with highest honors, transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Adriel Ortega, transferring with Mathematics, IGETC, majoring in Study Data, transferring to San Jose State University.
Nicholas Anable, graduating with Business Administration, Liberal Arts, transferring to East Bay.
Nicole Kanthava-Vong, Liberal Arts and Humanities, transferring to UC Berkeley.
Patricia Payne, graduating with Sociology, High Honors, and transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Ricky Lopp Jr., Associate Apparel Design and Merchandising, transferring to University Long Beach.
I'm just gonna read this. Julie Anders, graduating with Liberal Arts, Behavioral Sciences, transferring to California East Bay, Hayward.
Nora Gotzel-Heller, graduating with Associate in English, UCSU GE Breath, I get C, UC CSU. High honors, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Tiffany Griffin, graduating with Psychology, transferring to Samuel Merritt.
Alana Booz, Associates in Psychology.
Janea Harvey, Business Administration, transferring to CSU East Bay.
Valerie Carreño, Associate in Psychology, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Kainat Azizi, graduating with Psychology, Liberal Arts, Social Behavior Sciences, transferring to UC Berkeley.
Adala Omar, Associate in Liberal Arts, Arts and Humanities, High Honors.
Shagun Hassan, graduating Sociology, Liberal Arts, Social Behavior, transferring to East Bay.
Max Gurevich, Associate in Public Policy, I get C, High Honors.
Marcus Wong, graduating Mathematics, I get C with highest honors.
Nala Limbrick, Associate Apparel Design and Merchandising.
John Smith IV, graduating with Apparel Design and Merchandising.
Saran Thedros, Associate Apparel Design and Merchandising, highest honors.
Abraham King Rico, graduating with an Associate's Apparel Design and Merchandising with high honors, transferring to Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in 2027, Los Angeles.
Isabella Caulfield, Associate Apparel Design and Merchandising, highest honors.
Cherie Dyson, graduating with Apparel Design and Merchandising, highest honors, my encore career as a chaplain.
Ricole Hunter, Associate Liberal Arts, Social and Behavioral, high honors, transferring transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Chasey Lopez, getting her major in sociology, liberal arts, social behavior and sciences, transferring to CSU East Bay.
Kayana Parks Alexander, associate in psychology, highest honors, transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Ella Lee, transferring with her associate's degree in psychology, sociology, liberal arts, social behavior, IGETC, with highest honors.
Yesenia Carro, business administration, transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Jimena Moreno Corona, graduating with sociology, transferring to CSU East Bay.
Alan Kim Delbean, associate fine arts, interpretation, graphic design.
Nyana Bills, graduating with an associate degree in psychology, certificate of achievement in liberal arts with highest honors, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Daphne Morfin, associate psychology, high honors, transferring to UC Merced.
Delano Pelham, graduating with a degree in sociology, liberal arts, social behavior, transferring to SF State or East Bay.
Jessica Alejandra Franco Osorio, associate in aviation maintenance technology, airframe. Aviation maintenance technology, airframe, high honors.
Tori Casimus, graduating with sociology and behavioral science degree with highest honors.
Francisco Valdespino, auto body technology, electrical specialist, highest honors.
Kinai Rodriguez Martinez, graduating with a certificate in aviation maintenance power plant technology with highest honors.
Sabir, graduating with an associate in liberal arts, emphasis in art, natural science.
Felipe Morera Alves, graduating with a transfer degree for AMT Power Plant Technology, AMT Airframe Technology, IGETC, with highest honors, transferring to UC.
Kimberly Natasha Hernandez Leal, associate in liberal arts, natural science, high honors, transferring to DVC.
Jay Kim, graduating with a certificate in business administration, GE, with highest honors, transferring to CSU East Bay.
Leo Epperson, associate in math, high honors, transferring to CSU East Bay.
Jonathan Manabat Cruz, graduating with a degree in English, liberal arts, social behavior sciences, art, humanities with highest honors.
an Associate's in Business Administration, highest honors.
Graduating with a degree in Business Administration, Calgetsi, highest honors, transferring to UCLA.
Khadisha Tahira Maritza Mohammed, Associate in Psychology, CSU East Bay.
Rebecca Ziana, graduating with certificate in political science, psychology, and associate's degree with liberal arts, social behavior sciences with highest honors, transferring to UC Berkeley.
Picha Hadid Julie, Associate Business Administration, Economics, Mathematics, Liberal Art, emphasis in social and behavioral science. High honors, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Colinda Stevens, graduating with magna cum laude, highest honors with a degree in liberal arts, arts humanity, business administration, transferring to Cal State East Bay Hayward.
Miriam Hadid, Associate in Liberal Arts, Associate of Natural Sciences, transferring to UC Berkeley.
Caitlin Sue, graduating with degrees for psychology with highest honors, transferring to UC Irvine.
Brenda Booth, graduating with an Associate in Psychology, highest honors, transferring to San Francisco State University.
Zoe Batchelder, graduating with a degree in liberal arts and natural sciences and a certificate in chemistry with high honors, transferring to Cal State East Bay.
Karina Ayala, Associate in Political Science, Transfer Studies, Cal Getzi, highest honors, UC Davis.
Dulce Maria Cárdenas Buenrostro, graduating with a degree in sociology, liberal arts, social behavior with highest honors, transferring to UC Berkeley.
Marilyn Francisco Aylan, Associate in Psychology, Social Behavioral Science, highest honors, transferring to UC Berkeley. Nazia Safi, graduating with an Associate in Liberal Arts, Behavioral Science, Legal Studies, highest honors, transferring to UC Berkeley.
And now we will have our dental assistant graduates.
Chimit Suren, Associate in Dental Assisting, Liberal Arts, Natural Science, highest honors.
Patladan, graduating with dental assisting.
Sarah Chen, graduating with an Associate's in Dental Assisting, highest honors.
Ingrid Medina, graduating with an associate's degree and certificate in dental assisting with high honors.
Mesa Al-Sharif, graduating with an Associate in Dental Assisting, high honors.
Warda Falad Ahmed, in dental assisting with high honors.
Amari Major, Associate Dental Assisting.
Hin Kao, graduating with a degree in dental assisting.
Gadir Alwi Al-Mufali, Associate in Associate of Science Dental Assisting, high honors.
Hadil Alawi Al-Mafan, graduating in dental assisting in science with highest honors.
Aliyah Dirham Alo Macy, Associate of Science Dental Assisting, high honors.
Isabel Gonzalez Nuno, graduating with dental assisting.
Natalia Contreras, Certificate in Dental Assisting.
Amy Velasquez, graduating with a degree in dental assisting.
Flor Isabela Estrada, graduating with an Associate in Dental Assisting.
Abigail Juarez, graduating with a certificate in dental assisting.
Silen Ganzarig, graduating with an Associate in Dental Assisting, high honors. Dua Al-Sharabi, Associate in Dental Assisting.
I present to you the dental assisting class of 2026. Will a valedictorian, salutatorian, and associated student president please rise, come to the front of the stage, and face their fellow graduates.
At this time, please welcome back President Dixon on stage.
Thank you. Honored candidates of the class of 2026, by virtue of the authority granted by the state of California and by the powers vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Peralta Community College District, I hereby confer upon you, the graduates of class of 2026, the associate degrees and certificates certified by the Vice President of Instruction and your division deans and faculty with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Class valedictorian, salutatorian, etc. Please lead your fellow graduates in ceremony. Please move your tassels from the right to the left side. And to the class of 2026, a massive, heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you.
Thank you for joining us in this celebration of the 2026 graduating class of College of Alameda. Please join us for a small reception outside of the field, near the baseball field. This concludes our ceremony. Please remain seated as the dignitaries leave the stage and the students have completed the recessional. Thank you all.